I'm Jake, an ordinary man with an insatiable appetite for thrill and excitement. It was a chilly autumn evening when I found myself standing at the entrance of the grandest casino in town, the Midnight Mirage. Its towering spires seemed to pierce the very fabric of the night, casting eerie shadows that danced in the glow of neon lights. The air inside was heavy with the scent of cigars and the murmur of hopeful whispers. The clinking of coins and the shuffling of cards created a symphony of chants that reverberated through the halls. As I stepped deeper into the casino's heart, the atmosphere grew more electric, enticing me to participate in the enigmatic dance of luck and fate. My heart pounded as I approached a poker table, drawn by the promise of instant riches. With a deep breath, I joined the game, feeling a mixture of nervousness and excitement. The cards were dealt, and with each hand I seemed to be in perfect harmony with the rhythm of the game. Luck was on my side, and before I knew it, I had amassed a fortune that I could only dream of. As the evening wore on, I found myself the center of attention, surrounded by envious glances and murmured awe. The casino's patrons seemed almost mesmerized by my winning streak, their eyes reflecting a strange mix of admiration and fear. My pockets brimming with winnings, a well-dressed gentleman approached me with a sly grin. "Congratulations on your remarkable luck, sir," he purred, his voice dripping with honeyed charm. "If you would kindly follow me, we have a special room reserved for our most esteemed winners." Curiosity and excitement mingled within me, and without hesitation I agreed. The gentleman led me through a maze of opulent corridors, the walls seemingly closing in on us as we descended deeper into the belly of the casino. A heavy door marked "Private" beckoned us forward. The room beyond was dimly lit, adorned with lavish tapestries that seemed to absorb sound. A circular table dominated the center, surrounded by high-backed chairs. The other winners, their faces a mask of bewilderment and unease, were already seated, their eyes wide with trepidation. As I took my place, a feeling of foreboding settled over me. The gentleman introduced himself as Mr. Blackwood, the owner of the Midnight Mirage. His smile, once charming, now bore an unsettling intensity. He explained that the winner's circle was an exclusive gathering, a chance for the fortunate few to partake in an age-old tradition that celebrated their exceptional luck. Mr. Blackwood produced a silver goblet filled with a deep crimson liquid, its aroma heavy and intoxicating. He raised the goblet, proposing a toast to our collective success. Unease rippled through the room as the others hesitantly lifted their goblets. I followed suit, my heart racing. The moment the liquid touched my lips, a chill spread through my body. A sense of dread gripped me as I watched the others around the table convulse, their eyes bulging with terror. I tried to stand, but my limbs betrayed me, locking me in place as an overwhelming sensation of paralysis swept over me. Mr. Blackwood's eyes gleamed with malevolent glee as he revealed the truth behind the ritual. The winner's circle was not a celebration, it was a sinister pact. Those who won too much, those who dared to challenge the very fabric of fate, were lured into this room and subjected to a dark and ancient ritual, a sacrifice to ensure the casino's continued prosperity. As the last vestiges of consciousness slipped away, I realized the true horror of my situation. The Midnight Mirage was not just a place of chance, it was a malevolent entity that fed on the souls of the fortunate. My fate had been sealed the moment I stepped through its doors, and now I was destined to become a part of its insidious legacy. The room grew hazy, and my vision faded into darkness. The last thing I heard was Mr. Blackwood's chilling laughter echoing in the depths of my mind, and then all was silent. To this day my soul remains trapped within the walls of the Midnight Mirage, forever bound to its sinister game of chance. So if you ever find yourself standing at the entrance of a grand casino, aching for a taste of excitement and fortune, beware, for you may become the next unsuspecting pawn in its malevolent design. I am Victor, a casino employee at the opulent and notorious Midnight Grove Casino. For years, I've been a silent observer to the countless faces that walk through these gilded doors, hoping for fortune to favor them. Little did I know that my life would soon become entwined with the sinister secrets that lay beneath the glamour of this establishment. It all began on a particularly dreary evening as rain pelted against the windows, casting eerie shadows across the casino floor. The clock struck midnight, and the usual buzz of chatter and clinking glasses seemed to fade into an uncomfortable silence. I felt a chill crawl down my spine as I made my way to the security room, tasked with monitoring the extensive network of cameras that surveilled every corner of the casino. As I peered at the bank of monitors, my heart skipped a beat. A figure, barely discernible through the rain-streaked lens, was moving through the shadows, lurking just beyond the edge of the camera's view. My pulse quickened as I watched the figure draw closer to the entrance, its gait unnatural and disjointed. I radioed the security team, my voice trembling, to alert them about the intruder. But before they could respond, the lights flickered and the monitors glitched, plunging the room into darkness. Panic surged through me as the emergency lights flickered to life, casting an eerie red glow. I reached for my flashlight and cautiously stepped into the dimly lit hallway, the echoes of my own footsteps amplifying my unease. Every creak of the floorboards seemed to carry a malevolent whisper, and the air grew thick with an inexplicable dread. As I rounded a corner, I came face to face with the figure. Its eyes were hollow voids, devoid of any humanity, and its limbs twisted at unnatural angles. The stench of decay hung heavy in the air, and a guttural growl emanated from its gaping maw. Frozen in terror, I could only watch as it contorted and crawled along the walls with an otherworldly grace, evoking a grotesque dance of death. Desperation fueled my legs as I fled through the labyrinthine corridors, the creature's haunting cries echoing behind me. I stumbled into a grand ballroom, its lavish chandeliers casting erratic shadows that danced in time with my pounding heart. But my relief was short-lived, for the room was occupied by a gathering of spectral figures, dressed in finery of a bygone era. Their vacant eyes fixated on me as they raised their hands in a macabre salute, and I realized with a sickening dread that these were the restless souls of past patrons who had met their demise within these walls. The air grew thick with their whispers, recounting tales of greed, addiction, and despair, a chilling chorus that filled my mind. With no escape in sight, I found myself drawn back to the casino floor, where the slot machines and gaming tables now seemed to leer at me with malevolent intent. The ringing of bells and the clatter of chips took on a sinister cadence, a symphony of madness that echoed through the recesses of my mind. As the clock struck 1, the entire casino seemed to shift and contort, its opulent facade crumbling to reveal the decaying horrors that lay beneath. The walls dripped with ichor, and the once lavish carpet writhed like serpents beneath my feet. I stumbled toward the exit, the grotesque figures closing in around me, their haunting laughter mingling with the cacophony of chaos. Just as I reached the entrance, a blinding light engulfed me, and the world spiraled into darkness. I awoke in a hospital bed, drenched in sweat and consumed by a paralyzing terror. Had it all been a nightmare, a hallucination brought on by exhaustion? I tried to rationalize the events, but the memories were too vivid, the sensations too real. As I was discharged from the hospital, I couldn't shake the feeling that the horrors I had witnessed were not confined to my imagination. The Midnight Grove Casino had cast its dark spell on me, a curse that would forever haunt my every waking moment. And as I walked away from that accursed place, I couldn't help but glance back, half expecting to see those hollow eyes and twisted figures lurking in the shadows, waiting to claim their next victim. The once glamorous Grand Haven Casino stood like a colossal monolith amidst the flickering lights of the city. Its towering spires seemed to pierce the night sky, a beacon of opulence and dreams. But within those gilded walls, a sinister secret had taken root, lurking in the shadows and waiting to ensnare those who dared to test their luck. It was a cool autumn evening when a group of friends, Jake, Sarah, Lisa, and Mark, decided to venture into the Grand Haven Casino for a night of excitement and revelry. The casino was known for its grandeur and its reputation as a place where fortunes could be made or lost in the blink of an eye. The group entered the casino, their footsteps echoing on the marble floors as they made their way to the gaming tables. The air was thick with anticipation, a heady mix of excitement and anxiety. As the night wore on, the friends found themselves caught up in the intoxicating allure of the games of chance. The sound of shuffling cards, spinning roulette wheels, and the jingling of coins blended into a symphony of anticipation. Jake, always the risk-taker, found himself drawn to a mysterious poker table tucked away in a dimly lit corner of the casino. The table seemed to radiate an eerie energy, but Jake brushed off the feeling as mere superstition. As the cards were dealt, a sense of unease settled over him, a feeling that he was being watched by unseen eyes. As the hours passed, the friends' laughter and cheers began to fade, replaced by a sense of unease that had settled over the group. Lisa, the most skeptical of the bunch, couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. She noticed that the dealer at the roulette table had an uncanny ability to predict the outcome of each spin, as if guided by an otherworldly force. Sarah's luck took a turn for the worse as she became entranced by a slot machine that seemed to have a mind of its own. No matter how many times she pulled the lever, the reels refused to align in her favor. Mark, once confident in his blackjack skills, found himself repeatedly dealt losing hands, his bets disappearing into the casino's insatiable maw. As the night grew darker, the casino's patrons seemed to change. Their faces became twisted, their expressions contorted into grotesque masks of despair. Whispers of a curse that had befallen the casino spread like wildfire among the gamblers, each tale more chilling than the last. The friends, now separated and lost in a sea of desperation, struggled to find one another amidst the cacophony of despair. Panic gripped their hearts as they realized that the casino had become a labyrinth of torment, its walls shifting and rearranging like a malevolent puzzle. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the group managed to reunite in the heart of the casino, a grand ballroom that seemed frozen in time. The walls were adorned with faded portraits of past casino patrons, their hollow eyes seeming to watch the intruders with a mixture of pity and malice. In the center of the room, a massive roulette wheel stood as a silent sentinel, its numbers illuminated in an eerie green glow. Without warning, the wheel began to spin on its own, the ball bouncing from slot to slot with an unnatural precision. The friends realized that they were trapped, caught in a nightmarish game of chance that had transcended the realm of reality. With a final, gut-wrenching lurch, the roulette wheel came to a stop. The ball settled into a numbered slot, and the room erupted into a chorus of haunting whispers. The air grew frigid, and the friends could see their breath as they stared at the wheel in dread. As the whispers grew louder, a figure materialized before them, a spectral dealer with hollow eyes and a sinister grin. The dealer's voice was a chilling whisper that seemed to seep into their very souls. "You have trespassed into the realm of the lost," it intoned, its words carrying an otherworldly weight. "Now you must play the ultimate game, a game for your souls." The friends exchanged terrified glances, their hearts pounding in their chests. The dealer motioned to the table, and the friends felt an irresistible compulsion to approach. Cards were dealt, dice were rolled, and bets were placed with a sense of inevitability. Each outcome sealed their fates further, the stakes growing higher with every turn of the cards. As the game unfolded, the friends' desperation turned into a grim determination. They refused to be pawns in this macabre spectacle, fighting back against the malevolent forces that sought to claim their souls. With a surge of newfound strength, they managed to break free from the dealer's thrall, sending the spectral figure into a furious rage. The casino trembled as the walls began to crumble, the once grand edifice now a decaying monument to the horrors that had transpired within. The friends raced against time, navigating the shifting corridors and evading the clutches of vengeful spirits that roamed the halls. In a final, heart-pounding dash, the friends burst through the casino's entrance just as the building collapsed behind them, consumed by the malevolent forces that had haunted its halls for generations. They stumbled out into the night, their breath coming in ragged gasps as they gazed upon the smoldering ruins of the Grand Haven Casino. The horrors they had witnessed would forever haunt their nightmares, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the glittering facade of a seemingly innocent game of chance. And though they had escaped with their lives, they knew that the malevolent energy of the casino would forever be a part of them, a chilling reminder of the night they had dared to challenge fate itself.